for our group now, assuming they watch the show, which will have been last week now, when they see your current sharing, whatever you're going to say now, what do you want to say in particular about any suggestions for something they should immediately consider doing at this point for their general well-being and for immune system strengthening? Anything else that comes to mind like that? These are people that are open to doing things that are useful and helpful and healthy.
I think what I would do is I would draw the analogy between what is now approved for treating sun-damaged areas, acne, and skin cancer by the FDA. And they use this ALA precursor to the full-blown photosensitizer that the body makes. So what they do is they take a lot of this ALA, aminolevulinic acid, and there are two medicines. One is called Levulan, that's approved in the U.S., Levulan, and the other one is called Metvix, METVIX. One is blue light activated, the other is red light. But they're both more or less the same for using as a precursor to treat, skin cancer and bacteria, etc. So the rationale for putting this kind of precursor on is that if you have a lot of the building blocks for this normal photosensitizer, you'll produce more photosensitizer. You'll produce more of this natural light sensitive thing which goes around and sticks to the predators and bad cells. So by the same token, my feeling is that we have the natural, it's called PP9, protoporphyrin 9. That's kind of the natural thing that leads into building porphyrins that stick to what you don't want in your body. Now, the same way that you could add ALA to treat the skin by encouraging the production of this PP9, which is kind of the start to really good health and defense using this technology or this principle. I think the same thing could be applied to taking in lots of chlorophyll, which is like the end product. I mean, that's the full board. It's not like a building block of this, but it is a porphyrin. And you can see from this study that if you take chlorophyll, it works to stick to viruses, and it kills, the viruses die. It works. So the same category of being effective against viruses, the same principle applies to cancer. So if you're making sure that you're taking in lots of greens, lots of yellow vegetables, because carotenoids kind of work the same way. They stick, and they help get the same effect. But especially green vegetables and spirulina, I think that kind of doesn't flood the system, but it if you're getting a really good supply of plant-based diet, green vegetables especially, in addition to the other starchy foods or whatever, and not a lot of meat. In case it's hardly any meat or no meat, then you're gonna be able to maximize your health with something that's really quite harmless, but is I think you'll be much healthier overall by doing that, based upon this principle of giving lots of this other category of health, which is the light-sensitive molecules that stick to bad guys, and it helps you eliminate them. So that's what I would. It's easy to do, absolutely non-toxic, but if you're getting a real healthy supply of greens every day, there's so many benefits to that.
Okay.
And if you look at the, I'm sure people are, you're probably familiar with the blue zones, where people have, there's a book, and where if you go to places where people are, have the greatest longevity and kind of healthiest into old age, one of the, like the one in the United States, I think it's the Seventh-day Adventist community in Central California. And they're, you know, mostly plant-based, not much meat. And they're the kind of the longest lived one, lived one. Another one would be Okinawa. That's another blue zone, sort of one of the southern Japanese islands. And their diet is, you know, lots of yellow pumpkin and greens. And, you know, gosh, they seem like they live forever, you know. So it's just kind of a couple practical examples that you could hang your head on. And if you can emulate more those sorts of activities and diets, it's not that easy to do in, you know, in the U.S. or other areas where, you know, you've got so much deep fried food and, you know, so much, you know, the amount of veggies. You know, hopefully that's changing, but, you know, that's something they could do. Very practical things that are shown to be effective by lots, you know, in these blue zones and in science too.
Right. Okay, and they should watch for your book. That's going to be really worth reading, I think, and that'll be out in May, maybe mid-May. If
I have 300 and some odd pages, 330 pages already. So it's hopefully it won't be too long, but even if you kind of scroll down through it and look at the pictures, I think you'll be quite amazed at everything.
Yeah, it sounds great. Okay, well, it's exciting stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to help it get proliferated a little bit and get to the right people. So hold on, and we'll talk about the next step here.